Got a minute?
Of course. What's up?
I have been getting so many phone calls and emails about the upcoming referendum.
You too. I've been getting quite a few as well, and actually we've also had quite a few questions on Facebook about that.
People are asking good questions.
Yeah. One of the big ones they're asking is, what's the plan? You know, and so I think that's important to get that message out that yes, there is a plan, and share kind of the big picture about what that is.
A lot of timing involved.
A lot of timing involved. Part of any campaign like this is to build momentum. So you don't want to do everything at the beginning and have nothing left when the vote actually happens. So a lot of what we're doing now will be what we call phase one of the plan, is really internal organizing and internal education for our members and our worksite leaders so that they can then go share the message out in phase two with the
Kind
public.
of behind the scenes.
This is behind the scenes. This is not the part that people normally see when they're out seeing different campaigns. This is the work that's done to get ready for that.
So what's the next part that people will see?
Well, phase two would then be actually the public outreach that people are used to seeing, where the people that we've trained internally are now out sharing their stories and the message with people that they don't know, parents, business leaders, people in the community. That's typically the part that you normally see.
Okay, so then the third stage is obviously encouraging people to actually vote.
That would be correct, because all this work doesn't do us any good if we don't get people to actually vote, you know, for or against the referendum. But they have to get out and they have to vote.
So far, we've done some training with our worksite leaders. We've shared lots of information with them. What can other people do to get that same information?
Well, one of the important things that we're building now is when they get that information, so they can get that from their worksite leaders, they can get it, you know, we've got a lot of upcoming faculty meetings that we're going to with Mr. Gent and people from the district to share information. They can even call the union office if they have questions that haven't been answered. But once they have that information, what we really need them to do is to go out and communicate that with their friends and family to sort of build their sphere of influence around them.
Share their story.
Share their story, which is an important part of this. We don't want them to just say, hey, we need money. That's important, but we want them to share their story. For instance, my story is about how my son's had this revolving door of teachers in his classrooms, which is bad for students, and it's bad for our colleagues too, but it's bad for students.
So there's a few hashtags out there. I really want people to know to use those hashtags.
We do, and one of the big places that people can share their stories is on social media, which is big: Facebook, Twitter, whatever platforms they use. And we have hashtags for that. And one that we're using is FEA at the state level has one that they're using, Fund Our Future FL, or Fund Our Future Florida, is their hashtag, and we've built off of that with Fund Our Future SL for St. Lucie. So that's a hashtag that we can use. So when you make those posts on Twitter or Facebook, where we do that, to be sure to include those hashtags.
Well, I know that's my homework, so I'm going to be sharing my story, but I'm also going to hashtag it, I'm for it. So my friends and family, my circle of influence, will know exactly where I stand.
That's a good hashtag. So hashtag I'm for it. That's an excellent one. And actually use all three. That way we get the whole thing covered. So that's what we need members to do if they're asking at this point in the operation, is to get your story out there. Get information, then get your story out there in the public and with your sphere of influence, your friends and family.
Perfect. I think we got this.
I think we got that.